presentations will be sent. Okay. And so I'm just waiting. Let's wait for every other person to join in. And yeah. So Oluchi, I just wanted to ask, sorry, you are in a group, right? You have a team you're working with.
Yes, I'm in group C.
Okay. And are your group members here?
No, there's every chance. I don't know about. We are three in the group. So
Okay.
two of them are having very busy day because we met last night.
Mhm.
Two of them are having very busy day. Just in case they might show up or they might be in places where they can't talk but they are listening. So I'll present on behalf of the group, and it's going to be my first time presenting. Yeah.
Okay, just try and get them to show up, okay? Even if they're not talking, but let them just be here. They definitely have a lot to learn. And okay,
Okay.
I'll be waiting to see what you guys come up with. Then Candy, you are in a group, right? Because I remember your group. We can't hear you, Candy.
Hello, Daniel. Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm in team B. So Anuka is there. Umishu is joined soon. So
Okay.
the three of us, well, those are, yeah, the only three. I don't know whether
Okay.
others join, yeah, but the three of us are definitely.
Okay. Nice one. Nice one. Okay. Rehad is here. Rehad, I don't know if you can speak at the moment, or is it possible? Or if you can't speak, please just drop an emoji or something. Oh, okay. All right, all right. It seems he's still probably in his meeting or what, I don't know. But Ria, thank you for being here this morning. I know it's taking you a lot, and what you discuss and explain, I understand. So thank you either way for coming around. And as I was discussing with you early last week, I told you we have a group or a section of data analysts that are really, really keen about these skills of data analysis. And most of them, some of them, if not all of them, are trying out the human resource analysis for the first time. And they obviously want to show you what they've been able to come up with. Okay, so wherever you are, I am sure you're listening and they would want your feedback and also questions regarding what you think or what you think you might want to know as a human resource executive. So these guys, they want to know what you're able to, anything, maybe any pain points or anything you feel the company needs or are really on the edge to find out, because I don't really know how human resource management works, right? So that's why you're here, to help them. And even if you can't speak currently, they will just need a question or possibly anything that helps them think ahead. All right. So, okay. Once again, Rehad, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to these guys also. Okay. So, right. So do we have any team ready for presentations? Because definitely we don't want to waste time on the presentations today. Or should I be giving more time? Should I give more time to people? Um, Kenya, is your team here? Let's see. Yes, for those of us just joining in, we have Rihad on this call. Is okay, let me just properly introduce him, right? Is been my friend for a couple of months, and those months have been like years to me. So he is a human resource executive and also into human resource analysis for companies named Withheld, okay, for privacy reasons. So he has been with them for I think 2 years, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Brian. He has been with them for 2 years, and basically he is he's here today just to give us guidelines, and he has is a top person in the field of human resource management. So definitely the company where he currently is now is not the first. So he's here to give us guidelines, show us what we are doing right and what we're doing wrong. Okay. So whatever criticism you're getting, please don't take it like you're not doing well. Okay. For every good thing you're doing, you can always do it better. So that's why we're here to um constructively criticize your work and also hope that you take that and use that as a building block for whatever it is you're going to be doing or whatever it is you want to build on. Okay. And on Friday, I was discussing with having a meeting with some people, and I was able to see their work and everything they've done, even though it's still in the pot cooking, right? Um, the way people were actually thinking really amazed me because it's good to think outside the box, go above and beyond in whatever it is you're doing. Okay, that's when, going outside your comfort zone, that's when you can actually see the change you wish to see. Okay, without wasting much time, do we have anything ready to go with the presentations? Kenny, is your team ready? Oluchi, is your team ready? Do we have any other team here again apart from those two I just mentioned? Okay, Oluchi, I guess that means your team is ready, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay then. So apart from these two teams I just mentioned, do we have any other team? Bumi, is your team ready? Are you in the team?
Yes, but we are team B, so I'm presuming we should be second in.
Okay. Right. Sorry, are your team members here? Can you just mention their names so I can be sure I'm not counting it together with the
They
team?
are not. Anunika is part of us. Kenny, Dasola, and then what's her name again? Anunika. Yes, she's part of us. Kenny is part of us. Ada is into. In fact, so many.
Okay.
Yeah, K Empire and some. They are not. I don't think they are here.
Oh, okay, okay. It seems you guys kind of merged yourself with other mergings that I did. All right. So okay, so what team comes first in the in ascending order? Is it team B or is team A here? Do we have team A here, guys? Okay, so I'm going to turn off my camera and I'll give way for Team B to start with their presentation. So remember, you have 15 minutes and then we are going to use 5 minutes to ask you questions. I will be asking my questions and also giving my criticism or applause to whatever it is you've done. And also, so will Ria be doing the same thing, right? So, Team B, your time starts now. Okay, you have 15 minutes with your presentation.
Please, I'm trying to get the except I have to present on the Power BI because where I did the stop, I don't know what's happening right now.
Okay, you have 5 minutes to get that ready then.
Okay, so why is Team B presenting before Team B?
Team A, since Team A, they're not here yet. I can't see anybody representing Team A at the moment. So just take your time, but let's leave it at 5 minutes to get your machines set up. Okay.
Okay. I think Daniel, please, if you don't mind, where I save this thing, as in I had the option of putting it on PowerPoint. So that was yesterday, and I know there's this thing where I can actually from Power BI, I just transfer straight to PowerPoint and it will be interactive. But as at the time I was doing that, it was not telling me I don't have the authorization from the admin to maybe import the URL to be able to for it to be interactive on PowerPoint. So at the end of the day, when I was checking how I could put it on another frame, I saw that I could do it as a PDF file from Power BI, in which I did. But funny thing now, I can't even find that, and I saved it. I can't find the PDF file anymore. I have the link, I'm opening it, and it keeps saying file not found. So that means I'll have to present on my Power BI if you don't have.
Okay, go ahead, do your presentations from Power BI, if that makes it easy for you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is loading and now we can see your screen.
Yes, we can. Okay. Yes, we can. Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So I'm here to present the employee apprentice analysis. I'll call the company X for the human resources project that my team and I actually had to do to help the company. And the reason why the rate of absenteeism is very high in their country. So the purpose of the presentation is to we had to use some from the data they gave us. We had to check what was important, and we clicked the data and we had to put the necessary things in place in order to be able to get the final analysis and a very good visualization and be able to get good insight from it. So our chat will explain a bit of process of cleaning and all that. So we from the data set they gave us, we knew that we had to do some, groupings so that we can get a better hang on how to answer their questions and how to better relay their concerns. So we are grouping the reasons. We found out that most of the reasons for the major reasons that HR people, employees are absenteeism were based on, we classified it or categorized it on unjustified medical reasons, incomplete records, or family-related reasons, as you can see on my dashboard here. And so we also, and they gave us some, we classified the seasons, the times, the number of hours that people work per season, the number of employees, their age, even some of them have pets and some of them have children. We just had to classify everything to make us have a better, easy hang on our analysis. So from my visuals, you can see that like we have the reasons for absenteeism and we have the seasons. So we found out that in spring, most people spring, we have 4 seasons in a year. We found out that spring was the highest season when people actually had too many reasons to be absent. So and the next season was the spring was followed by the next season, which was summer. And from the look of things, we found that the medical reasons carried the most reason why people were not able to come to work. And so we have this following insights for the reasons why absenteeism has been like this in the company. So, like I said, medical reason record the highest season for employee absenteeism, and the next after medical reason was incomplete reports. So, the HR had this incomplete report, meaning that they couldn't classify the major reason why somebody was absent or didn't come to work. So, from these incomplete reports, I will actually advise HR to upgrade their record so that they can properly capture the real reasons for staff absenteeism, the reason why staff don't come to work. So we won't just be like, okay, they couldn't make it. We don't even know why they didn't come to work because we didn't know. So if you update maybe capture it very well, you'll be able to know for sure whether the staff that didn't come at one point in time was because of family-related issue or medical reasons. And again, we found out, like I said, that summer and spring, summer and spring were the highest months where people were actually absent from work. And what we could deduce from this is that the summer and spring, especially spring, which is with the months immediately this season immediately after winter and immediately before summer, they are actually notorious for allergies and triggers. Maybe because of winter just finished and so many things start springing up. And like the pollen for plants and all that, and they come with their own triggers. So by the time people start, breathing, they can be affected with flu. They can be affected with pink eye, the one we call Apollo over here in Nigeria. So the respiratory illnesses and asthma. So these are the times when all these triggers and allergies are always common. So that explains why most people, spring and summer are the highest reasons where people actually were absent from work due to medical reasons, since medical reasons took the highest number of absenteeism analysis. And then we also further check why some people, like we now drilled down to, okay, what could actually be, aside the fact that, okay, we've known that allergies and triggers are always common in summer and spring, then we also check other factors that will also be making people have medical reasons not to come to work. So 7 out of the total of 37 employees, that's 18.92% of them are overweight. And we actually singled out one of them, employee ID 26. This guy is 43 years old, he's overweight, drinks, he smokes, and he was absent for a total of 5 times, all for medical reasons. So what we actually suggest to HR is that they should actually call this guy out and have a one-on-one with him. We talk about the changing in his lifestyle, aside the fact that he may have also been, aside the fact that part of the reasons why he was absent from work was because of his part of the reason why he was absent from work. Part of the reason why he was absent from work because of medical reason was because it happened in spring and summer. So we actually also want to put a reason that the summer season is affected in the size that he drinks, he smokes. So we don't want to take out the fact that drinking and being a social smoker and social drinker can also affect the reasons why he didn't come to work, aside the fact that maybe he had allergies and the fact that he's also overweight. So HR should have a one-on-one with him and maybe start talking to him to consider a lifestyle change overall. So it will actually not just work for it will not actually just impact his work, but it will actually impact his overall, impact his life, in all literacy. Then we also realized that employees in their 30s had higher absenteeism rates on Fridays and Mondays. And one would think that maybe because they go clubbing on Friday, and by the time they are supposed to come on Monday, maybe they are still tired, maybe because of the fact that they always will go clubbing over the weekend. But that's actually not the situation. Found out that most of them, the highest number of people that were absent, although the highest number of people that were absent from Mondays and Friday, basically were because of medical reasons. Although there were also some other reasons, in like incomplete report and family detailed like on Friday, like we have 64 people in their 30s that didn't come to work, and on Monday we have another 68. So that's really a whole lot. So there must be something really triggering these reasons why they keep having medical reasons not to come to work. So we will suggest that the HR call them and advise them to work towards a change of and be more conscious of things that will adversely affect their health. Then and we also found out that the people in their 20s and in their 20s would have thought that because they are young, youthful exuberance and all that, will also be have other reasons aside medical reasons to not come to work. Found out that medical reasons still take the highest reasons why they have not been coming to work on Fridays and Mondays. So there's something that's making this really alarming, and so I will get to that. There's something that makes this really alarming, that most of the reasons for not coming to work is just basically medical reasons. And then the people in their 40s, 50s, they also have medical reasons. And people in their 30s should be highest level of not coming to work on Mondays and Fridays based on medical reasons. So and we also realized that spring and summer had the highest rates for spring and summer had the highest workload per day. And those were the months that the number of absenteeism were also high due to medical reasons. So what we just suggest is that HR should reduce the workload in spring and summer in order to reduce the rate of absenteeism because of medical reasons. So another thing that could actually help them is that in spring and summer, because we know they are notorious for allergies and triggers, we should consider how more people in the company should start working from home in spring and summer so that they can reduce the rate of people falling ill and not coming to work. So overall, this is what I would suggest to the HR company, that they should look into their work hours for the employees. They should try and check the sanitation of the work environment. Maybe there's something in the work environment that's also causing people to always be ill and all that. And they should maybe introduce or check, if they have it already, they should check what the health coverage program is for all the staff. And in addition to this, the company should also make it mandatory for every staff to do a full medical checkup at least once in a year, so that they can reduce the number of absentees based on medical reasons. For the other reasons, we could not actually, because when we have family-related reasons, that one is something we cannot really control. So we cannot, family reasons is something we can't really control, but medical reasons to a large extent, if we can control it, if we put one or two things together, to at least to a very large degree reduce the reasons why people don't come to work, because they have medical reasons. And for unjustified leave, the disciplinary HR should look into how they should be more. They will put more maybe strict measures and factors, so that people will not come to work without any justifiable reasons. And for the incomplete records, we'll ask them HR to update and upgrade their own records, so that they will be able to identify and pinpoint exactly what is actually making people not come to work, so that they won't just say they didn't know the reason why they didn't come to work. I think that should be the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. This is I love how you were able to dissect the information you were able to get from these data sets. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy that you actually, the first thing that was that you were meant to do, which you took very seriously, was the fact that you understood the data set. Okay, you got to understand what this data set is all about and what is required of you as an analyst. So, which is, I would say, is the primary thing and the thing that should come first. Okay, and also you were able to, you understand the features, what each column or feature was actually talking about, and you were able to dive deep into you're able to dive deep into, what do I call it, into the causes and the reasons why people would miss work. And that is really wonderful to hear. So we have questions. Okay, we have some feedback from Rihad. Okay, wow, there are a lot. Okay, so Rihad says, nice way to group the this information, nice insight on the season. So probably the grouping of the information I was talking about, maybe it's I think it has to do with probably the categorical features. I don't know, Rihad, please, you can correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. So it has to do with categorical features. And okay, I think that's correct. The categorical features, nice insight on the seasons, and the fact that you stuck with two colors.
Sorry, Daniel, please. I don't know whether you heard me. I just realized that my connection was lost, so I just reconnected. So I don't know. I didn't start from I didn't start with you.
Okay, so Rihad, I'm just making reference to what Rihad typed on this Google Meet chats right now. Okay. He says you did well grouping the information, and I think it has to do with the DAX formulas and all that. Nice insights on the seasons, where you gave insights on spring, summer, and so many other things. Then the fact that you stuck with two colors, which is great. And he also says that his team never used BMI to group their health status. Okay, they never used overweight or underweight and all those things. Okay, and he says you use too much words. Okay, I think that has to do with the insights, where you gave your insights. So maybe you could actually say those insights, but we don't have to see those words because nobody wants to read but everybody wants to know, right? We don't want to read, but we want to know. Okay, so poor alignment on your visual, which is something I would agree upon. Okay, your visuals are not really aligned or arranged properly. We can say reason for absenteeism in month 0 in the middle, and count of ID is very big. Then absenteeism reason is very small. Every other one are big and small, are big and small. Okay, so you could have probably aligned them the same line, even if they're not the same shape, but let them be the same line. The ones that are equal in size, they should be aligned maybe to the left or to the right. Then if you're using a pie chart, they should be aligned to the other side. Then you can do a brief summary in the middle. Okay, something 2 lines per visual or something. Okay, then it says you should prepare your presentation, which was one of the issues you had. You would have done your presentations in the PowerPoint. Okay, so one of the ways to get rid of that is to make sure that your presentations are ready a day before you're handling any presentation. Okay, and have backup. So if you're not using PowerPoint, you can use Canva, right? If you're not using Canva, you can do your presentations on Google Slides. So you could have plan A or plan B, but it's never advisable to do your presentations on Power BI. Why I allowed it is because that was the only backup option you had. Okay, so it's either Google Slides, Canva, or PowerPoint. They actually do better with these things, right? Then okay, and nice way to focus on nice way to focus on one employee. So possibly is running there now. He says he has to go and look for the guy, so he has to go and look for that particular employee that is always missing work. Yeah. Then all right, PowerPoint would have made your presentation top notch. Okay, it says you made wonderful points and is looking to borrow those points you made. And his question for you now is, how do you think the company should handle people who don't drink but miss work always? Okay, do you think you can make any plan for that as, or what would be your recommendation or something? What would you advise the company to do? People that don't drink, but they're always missing work. Okay. Also, the second question is, why would you suggest remote work for people who just fall sick, who just fall ill in the season of spring? And also, what extra information would make this analysis much better? Like, do you think you need extra data? And if you need extra data, where do you think this data, or where do you think this extra information should be given? So that is a question from Abna to you, Bumi.
Okay, I will start with the second question first. So I believe the reason why they should encourage people to work more from home in spring and summer is because I think this when people stay at home, there are chances of contracting, getting flu because they move around will be reduced. The chances of having things like pink eye, what we call Apollo here, also will be reduced. And even if they're having they're having other diseases and all that, it will still, well, because most of this reason is because they have it's based on medical reasons, and so I want to believe it's because they keep moving around. If you're at home, chances of you getting infected are actually really lower than when you move around. Maybe by the time they come in by train and all that, they get all those kind of things. So that's my answer to number 2. And number 1, sorry, please, would you repeat the question again?
So number 1 is, do you think the company should handle people? Okay, how do you think the company should handle people who don't miss work, who don't drink, but they actually miss work? Like they're the ones missing work all the time.
So they should, the disciplinary measures. And they should be more strict on their disciplinary measures so that people will actually take it serious. But also, let's also not forget that aside the fact that the people don't come, aside the fact that some people drink and smoke and still commit to work, most of the reasons why absenteeism is so high is because of medical reasons. doesn't actually mean that because people are smoking or drinking, they can't, people don't drink or smoke, they can't miss work because of medical reasons. So part of what we suggested is that they should try and check the work environment, sanitize the work environment. Maybe there's something in that work environment actually triggering the causes for illnesses that make people welcome to work. And also they should, if they don't have a health coverage available for them, they should try and get that available and mandate that at least in a year, everybody should go for medical checkup.
Okay. Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can hear you. Oh, okay, yes. And in addition to what Bumi said, that third question that Lydia asked, what extra information will make this analysis much better? We can drill down on what the medical reasons are. You know, I think because of the season, because of flu or conjunctivitis, it could be something else. So we can drill down, we can send out questionnaires, send out surveys for employees to also give us their input on why they are happening, especially for people that don't drink, but they need work already. And then the appropriate measures will now be taken by the HR, whether it's for disciplinary actions to be taken against them, where the reasons are not tenable, or if there's any support they would like to have to help their productivity. So those are things that, you know, additional information that would have gone a long way to help our thank you very much.
Okay. All right. I think whatever corrections Rehad has given or Abner has given is I think it's something I would actually give most of the corrections. But one thing I would just say is to make your presentations actually stuck in the heads of people, actually stick to a story, right? You did not start with a story, but at some point you were able to put in a story about one particular employee, and that's good, but start with a story that makes us glued. Okay, so Rehad says good work, nice work Team B and Bumi, nice work. So he's noting everything you've said so far. Nice work Team B, nice presentations. I would actually clap for you guys. Okay, so whatever corrections have been given, you can adjust, and when we go to presentations for the next project, you can just add those things to it. Okay, but apart from this, nice work, and it's great that you guys actually put in the work. So thank you very much, Team B and Bumi and Kendi and every other person in Team B. Yeah, it's great to see you put out this work there. Okay, so we are going to take 5 minutes break, just 5 minutes.
Can we ask a question?
Okay, go ahead, ask your questions, please.
Okay, let me just first, what's on my mind is that, okay, when I was trying to transfer it from Power BI to Google, it was telling me I had an option of actually taking the URL to transfer to Power BI, because they said Microsoft, because both are Microsoft anyway, that Microsoft and Power BI can work hand in hand, and it can even be interactive on PowerPoint. So I was trying to do that. It gave me the option of URL, and I couldn't find where the URL is. So I went to Power BI. It said I should click on an icon, get add-ins, which I did. I got stuck. So please, maybe the course of time, maybe you can let us know how to do that. And eventually, the second option I got was to import my reports from Power BI to a PDF file, which gave me the link and everything, and I did, and I saved it, and I actually said why I can't find it right now.
Okay, I think I would talk about that probably after the presentations, not now, because it takes time. Okay.
Yes, I would say thank you to Daniel, and like you rightly noted that the way we arrange it and all that, I want to ask if you like to give us like a model. I don't know whether you have anything like that that we can also use, whenever we want to put together a presentation like this, as a form of like a template that can help us.
Okay.
Especially the part where you mentioned story, just to give us a sample and an idea of what that story can look like. I know you can't answer that question now, because there are other things that I'm still going to present. And somebody's already saying the feedback, we give them an idea of what to adjust. So probably after everything. Thank you.
Okay, that's right. After the presentations, I'm going to do. I sent it to the mail. I sent it to you guys' mail, presentation guidelines, but maybe you missed it. So I'm going to explain and buttress on that after the presentations. Okay, so let's just take, I think we're down to 3 minutes break, 3 minutes, and we are going to get to the next team. So after team B, or if we have team A here, but after team B, the next team can please just get ready. I don't know if it's team C or team D, but the next team in order should please get ready. Okay.